Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Courtney, and if you are returning, welcome back. Today, as y'all see by the title, Star Trek The Next Generation Season 2, Episodes 13 and 14. And honey, like I said in my last video, we're trying to cut this intro even shorter, so I hope you guys enjoy the reaction. Wait a minute, what's happening in your quarters, sir? Alright, now let me find out.
Excellent.
What's this, a potluck?
For much of the history of mankind, the breaking of bread was a symbol of friendship and community.
Well, I can see why y'all are doing it.
Your father liked to cook?
No, he hated it. That's why he left the chore to me.
Oh, he had to survive.
There were only the two of us. I never knew my mother. She died when I was very young.
Oh.
What kind of eggs did you say these were?
Owan.
What is an Owan?
Don't be afraid. They won't bite you.
I didn't see him put any seasoning on it. No seasoning. Data isn't like, probably, oh, never mind. But then again, Worf is used to Klingon cuisine.
Delicious.
At least someone likes it.
I'd appreciate you joining me on the bridge.
Right away, sir.
Bring him some Owan.
Number one, we've picked up an automated signal from a Federation shuttlecraft.
Sensors indicate there is at least one life form aboard the shuttle, sir. Humanoid.
Oh, wow. Literally flipping around in space.
Shuttle Bay 2, prepare for retrieval procedure.
Ooh, nice catch.
Number one.
You're with me, Mr. Worf.
Bring Dr. Pulaski, too.
Dr. Pulaski, you're needed in Shuttle Bay 2.
Maybe I could be a captain.
Well, that's a Federation shuttlecraft, all right.
But it says USS Enterprise.
Shuttlecraft 5.
Whoa.
NCC 1701D, USS Enterprise.
It's identical.
Commander, come here.
Captain,
Oh.
Yes, number one.
are you on the bridge?
Where else would I be?
Well, interesting story.
This I think you should see for yourself.
Yeah, you're not gonna believe it. That is crazy.
Why is he unconscious? What happened to him?
I can't say.
If he jumps up, I'll be too through.
Can you revive him?
I wouldn't even attempt it until we get him into safety. Come on, let's get him there.
Okay, this one has my full undivided attention, because what in the heck?
I have never felt anything quite like this before, so it's difficult to put into words. That person is you. He is as much Jean-Luc Picard as the person I'm standing next to.
So someone got a hold of his DNA. That's the only thing I can think of.
Data? I need to know what's on the shuttle's logs.
I'm going to have to connect to the Enterprise in order to activate the shuttle systems.
Do what you gotta do.
Looks like the damage caused by an antimatter explosion.
Must have been just out of range of the shuttlecraft.
Well, that's a clue. Ooh.
What do you think is going on here? I don't mean just with the shuttle, I mean everything.
Is Q behind this? We haven't seen him in a hot minute.
His vital signs are distorted. The restraints are for his own protection.
I mean, that's a good idea.
Wake him.
Should we get security here just in case? Well, she didn't argue with him. Ooh. Ooh. Huh, that's odd. So he's more stable knocked out.
Apparently, the normal stimulant had the opposite effect. I'll have to try something else.
Yeah, we gotta get creative with this one.
By all rights, this connection should blow all the shuttle circuits.
Perhaps you had better step out of the way.
Yeah, back up.
But remember, you're not indestructible yourself, you know.
Well, better data than you.
Adjust the inverter 2% positive.
It's the right decision, but it's having the opposite effect.
So y'all gotta do things very differently.
Adjust the inverter 2% negative.
There you go, Data. Perfect.
That's it. 42679.5.
And the onboard clock indicates that the shuttle is 6 hours in front of us. If the shuttle is from 6 hours into the future, then so is the other Captain Picard.
Try and wake him again.
He's just gonna flatline again. Or not. Oh, perfect.
No, don't sedate him. Let him be.
I mean, we do need answers.
Are you all right?
I'm fine, Doctor. You save your ministrations for your patient. I want a staff meeting in 5 minutes.
Yeah, don't leave him by himself. Ooh, oh!
According to the shuttle log, the Enterprise was destroyed 3 hours 19 minutes from now.
I have just witnessed the total destruction of the USS Enterprise.
So, wherever y'all are headed, just stop in your tracks.
I just don't understand how you could have ended up in a shuttlecraft while the Enterprise was being destroyed.
I was gonna say the captain goes down with the ship.
Our destination is the Endicor system. The charts show nothing of consequence. Certainly nothing to threaten the Enterprise between here and there.
Supposedly.
Well, the shuttle apparently came from somewhere up ahead, so rather than continuing on this course, maybe we should stop.
Thank you, Geordi.
When we brought the shuttle and the other Picard on board, we committed to a sequence of events which may be unalterable.
So then the question would be, what do we do? Pause? Keep going? Left, right, back up?
A twist in the fabric of space where time becomes a loop from which there is no escape.
The other Picard will be sent back to meet with us, and we do it all over again.
Literally.
A decision will be made, during the course of which I will be separated from the Enterprise.
I'm just beginning to realize how much of the body is held together by its own internal clock.
Explain.
As we get closer to the time that he left, his internal body clock is realigning.
In that instant, he will function normally, and
Be able to communicate?
there will be two of us.
Right now, that is my guess.
Doctor, I don't think that's possible.
Anything's possible.
He desperately wants to leave this ship.
Yeah, it's gonna go boom.
Captain, my patient is more coherent.
I'm on my way. You have the bridge, number 1.
Of course she's going.
What went wrong? You know, don't you? What did you do?
What happened? Why did you leave the ship?
He can't talk yet.
Don't turn away. Look at me.
He's in another dimension, looking at us across a great chasm. And he's feeling remorse at what he witnessed.
Well, yeah, but still, we need to figure out more information.
Why did you leave the ship?
It's no use, Captain. He can't answer you.
He's trying, it seems like.
Counselor, I want you to stay with him. He'll be able to communicate with you before anyone else.
This is probably a long shot, but is this a Picard double? Is that really... I still think Q was involved.
Doctor, the captain is quite capable of making command decisions.
But this situation has put him under extreme pressure.
I agree with Pulaski.
If we begin to see signs that he's acting in an irrational manner, I have the authority and the duty to relieve him.
Yep, you do.
I don't think that will be necessary.
I hope you're right.
Wasn't she supposed to stay here? Have an epiphany? Possibly?
The shuttle doesn't have warp capability.
No. So some external force was needed.
Why only 6 hours? Why not a day or a year?
It's a good question.
The traveler moved through time, using the power of his mind.
Yes, he did.
I think this is one instance where you should suppress your natural tendencies.
You're saying I should just sit down, shut up, and wait.
Well, I wouldn't have put it exactly like that.
But that's basically what he's saying.
Not something I do easily.
Your Persian flaw.
Oh boy.
Captain, to the bridge.
Well, we're here now.
This energy vortex has just appeared beneath us.
Yeah, this is it. Whoa. It's actually really cool looking.
There is a consciousness here. Not thought. More like instinct.
We'll stay and investigate.
Agreed.
Are you sure you want to do that?
That was the mistake.
See, I would be questioning everything. Maybe just leave it alone.
We should go now.
Well, that would be the prudent move. I never thought I'd hear myself saying something like that.
Under the circumstances, sir, I think you're right.
But what if this is the wrong move?
Mr. LaForge.
Sir.
Try and take us out of here. Maximum warp.
Aye, sir.
Oh boy.
Engage.
Warp engines are at 91%. I can't hold it.
So now what? We just sit and chill? No, we're gonna get sucked in.
Captain, the hold on the Enterprise is still very strong. I'm having to hold in warp 7 just to maintain our position.
Well, hold it there.
Let's see what we can learn. Launch a Class 1 probe.
Aye, sir.
I would also do hailing frequencies in all languages. Say hello. Whoa.
Mr. Wolf.
Yeah, that was personal.
Some kind of energy just surrounded my patient.
Arm the photons, Mr. Worf.
Or try to communicate if you think it's something alive.
Hold for my order.
It's you, Captain.
If I were to leave the Enterprise, would its attention still be focused on me?
Well, we saw what happened.
And in those few seconds, the Enterprise might break free. That's what the other Picard must have thought.
And you probably didn't leave in time, or fast enough the first time.
Are leaving the ship?
Did you not listen, Riker?
He's very agitated.
Can you talk now?
I must get to the shuttle.
I know.
So we're gonna send your duplicate.
Do you know where you are?
The Enterprise.
Release him.
Do you know what you're doing?
Pulaski. Let him go.
I don't want any distractions.
Well, he knows where he's going.
A life form which recognizes the Enterprise as an entity with me as its brain, and it wants me.
Interesting.
If you leave, the Enterprise will be destroyed. Don't you remember?
We're on a loop.
Captain,
Yes.
we're about to lose warp drive.
Understood. Understood.
Whoa.
I must get to the shuttle. Wait. What was your other choice?
Answer the question, please.
You must tell me. What was it?
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Basically, the cycle has to start somewhere, and he's it, technically.
What is it? What would never work?
What was the other choice? We can't fight. We can't escape.
Just say it.
We can't go forward. That would destroy the Enterprise.
So we gotta go backward?
Captain Picard!
Before we can go forward, the cycle must end.
Whoa. Did not expect that.
Dr. Pulaski, report to Shuttle Bay 2.
Well, couldn't you toss the body into the vortex?
On my command, I want all the power you can muster.
Yes, sir.
We're going in.
Yes.
Alrighty. I would be an absolute wreck. Oh! That works.
The other Picard and the shuttle are gone.
Explain.
Disappeared.
We are back on course to Endicor.
No damage, no casualties.
Huh, that's a shocker.
Lot of questions, number one.
Far too many.
Maybe he was thrown back in time so that we would be able to take another road.
The right decision.
Well, they say if you travel far enough, you will eventually meet yourself. It's not something I would care to repeat.
I was going to ask that question. I always love when I'm unable to solve a Star Trek mystery. Because with the original series, I was just like, okay, this is pretty self-explanatory. But some of them in the Next Generation have been, they've really made me think. And this one in particular, I didn't know where we were going with it. Seeing Captain Picard, and again, going back to Q, I'm thinking, well, Q likes to play with people. So could this be like some weird joke that he's playing? And then when they mentioned that it was like some type of an entity, I was like, okay, that's kind of up his alley a little bit. But the fact that this vortex wanted Captain Picard in some fashion, and the fact that Captain Picard turned the phaser on himself, well, you know what I'm trying to say, and did what needed to be done, I was just kind of like, I don't see any other option. Really. And granted, when I said, just throw him into the vortex, I know that probably sounded really harsh, but if the point of this was that the Vortex wanted him, how else were, well, other than obviously the way that they went into the center of it. So technically the Vortex did get what it wanted eventually. So that was good. Counselor Troy, I don't know what it was, but she actually annoyed me a little bit in this episode. Because don't get me wrong, I get it. She can sense things, she can feel things, but it just, I don't know, something felt a little out of place with this one when it came to her. I don't know, probably when I not re-edit it, but when I finally go through and edit, I'll probably pinpoint better what I'm referring to. I do like the conversation in this with Riker and Captain Picard, where Riker, talks to him about basically his personality and the way that the way his mind works. And Captain Picard, poor thing, he's like, so I just gotta sit here and just wait. And it's like, yeah, just go with the flow. Which I get. It's hard for some of us to do that, especially when you're the type of person who likes to think of all the different possibilities. And trust me, I get it. I understand that 110%. So overall, this episode was enjoyable. I did like the mystery behind it, because even I just was like, I have no idea. I have no idea where this is going. But that's something I do like with my Star Trek episodes. Like I like to not be able to just figure it out. You know what I mean? Makes it more fun for me. So we're going to head on into episode 14, and I hope that you guys enjoy.
We're en route to Starbase Montgomery for engineering consultations prompted by minor readout anomalies.
Sounds interesting.
I would consider them insignificant. What if you're wrong? Sorry.
Data's like, wrong? What does that word mean?
I've just received some personnel transfer directives.
Boarding or disembarking?
Will you join me in the observation lounge when you're done?
Notice he didn't answer the question.
The captain of the starship Ares is retiring. Congratulations.
What?
You've been selected as his replacement.
Well, wait a minute. I don't want to lose Riker.
Well, you have 12 hours to think it over. And if it's not too premature, congratulations, Captain.
I mean, that's really awesome for him, but does he really want it?
Starbase Montgomery is sending a civilian advisor on board to brief you on the Ares mission.
Dad.
Oh, was not expecting that.
I asked Captain Picard to keep it quiet. I didn't want to make you nervous, excited.
It's been 15 years. Excitement is hardly the appropriate emotion.
Ooh, whoa.
First officer on the Enterprise. Quite a feather in your cap. I'm proud of you, son.
If you'll excuse me, I've got my duties to attend to.
This isn't gonna go well.
Worf, did you hear about Commander Riker's promotion?
Yes.
He didn't know his father was coming.
Can you say it any louder?
I never knew my father.
And I didn't have a father long enough to know him.
It is a waste of time to think of such things.
Everybody needs somebody.
Enough!
He's still a kid. He's still a baby.
You know, Starbase Montgomery really didn't have to send me all this help because I've already checked the entire dilithium spectrum.
That's it. The way Worf said his line, the way he said that line reminded me of, what was the shark's name in Finding Nemo? It's been so long since I've seen it. Bruce? Is that right?
Maybe Worf's just not too thrilled with the prospect of losing Commander Riker to a new assignment. Something's really bothering him.
Well, you brought up fathers. Ooh, a therapy session?
Career? Family. That is trouble.
Ah, look who it is. Does Dr. Pulaski know him? Oh! Oh, I thought she turned around on purpose, like, trying to avoid him.
This is more than a surprise. It's total shock.
You mean you didn't bake me a cake?
Don't tell me.
How about a drink?
How about a kiss?
What?
They know each other.
Clearly. Y'all didn't see that kiss on the lips? Star Trek is so full of surprises.
I'm telling you, he is not normal for Worf. He is our friend. I, for one, want to keep him friendly.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Watch the subject for any signs of unusual behavior. When do we start?
I guess now.
We will assist you as needed.
Oh.
You found the problem.
Never mind. Good luck, Wesley.
Please join us. Your father and I are just catching up.
You never told me you knew him.
Wasn't exactly a secret. It just never really came up.
I mean, I would think when you met Riker, you would say, oh, I know your father. But then again, when we met Dr. Pulaski, Counselor Troy was pregnant. We were focused on other things.
Is it true you got married?
Again and again. Each was a good man, and we're all still good friends.
I don't know, girl. You trying to go for 4?
Face facts, Kyle. You're crusty. You have a reputation for being hard as nails and getting the job done.
Did she just call him crusty?
Some of us even love you.
Whoa.
And then there's Will.
The love word. Riker referring to Dr. Pulaski as stepmama.
In solitude, there is nothing to trigger unusual behavior. We can relieve his anxiety through socialization. You seem to have lost the will to communicate with others.
Oh boy, Data.
We care about you. Why, just recently, Geordie Wesley and I...
He's about to blow up.
Be gone! Sir.
Oh, at least he was polite, kind of. Yeah, never mind. Something is a little off.
That is a fish you are holding.
My father took the rod away. He wouldn't let me reel it in. He was afraid that I would lose it.
I see.
You plan to leave the Enterprise.
I've been offered my own command.
I would like to join you.
Oh.
There may be the potential for combat.
That is not the purpose of the mission. You've made your point.
Then I know you will do the right thing.
I think that's Worf's way of saying that he cares about his well-being.
These mission details could have been transmitted.
I've been hearing some good things about you.
And why haven't I heard from you?
He's not sick, is he? And wanting to see Riker one last time?
Will, when your mother died...
Excuse me. I've got to study this mission briefing.
I'm here with my hand out, son.
Hopefully we can find some common ground.
You must be Commander Riker's father.
Yes, but how...
We've all heard about you, and I felt certain things.
Let me guess. Betazoid.
That is correct.
Why do I get the feeling that this is a setup?
Because it is.
You're also very anxious about something. It's Will, isn't it? You're not as close to him as you'd like to be.
I mean, that's clear as the nose on my face.
I came here to bury the hatchet with my son, only to find out that the ground was frozen solid.
Well, it's been 15 years.
Respect is earned, not bestowed.
There you go. Say it one more time.
I don't need that from him. I may have something of a reputation for excellence.
And false humility.
Ooh.
And you should honestly consider why you're so competitive with your own son.
Oh, girl, yes. Okay, you've redeemed yourself in this episode.
But I've come here to help Will prepare for his first task as captain.
If he accepts the job.
He'll accept it just because it is dangerous. Because I would. And we aren't so different, Will and I.
So you think, but it's been 15 years. A lot can change in that time.
You've seen your mission briefing?
Yes, I have. The briefing mentioned something about an uncanny linguistic skill.
The last time I saw Commander Flaherty, he spoke 40 languages.
Whoa. Languages, party of one. English.
I've been on my own since I was 15. I can take care of myself.
Please, spare me the pain of your childhood.
See, this is not how you bury a hatchet. He's a piece of work.
It's the 10th anniversary of Worf's Age of Ascension. It's a day of celebration and ritual spent with one's fellow Klingons.
We can program the ship's computer to supply simulations on the holodeck.
I see what Wesley wants to do.
The Klingon's family must attend.
Oh.
So, where his family will go.
Oh, please tell me they show this in this episode.
Did he ever tell you why he never remarried?
What woman would have him with an ego like that?
I would have, in a cold minute.
Really? Okay, to each their own. To each their own.
12 years ago, Kyle Riker was a civilian strategist. The starbase that he was operating from was attacked. Your father alone had the will to endure, to face the pain, to live.
He's been through a lot.
I've never seen a man fight so hard in all my life.
Yeah, that's what she finds attractive.
You know, if I were you, going out on the Ares, I'd jettison the emotional baggage you're still carrying around.
They both need therapy. Where's Guinan?
Enduring physical suffering is considered a Klingon spiritual test.
Well, at least we get to learn more about the Klingons in this episode.
He has to be hurt, and we have to witness this.
We are his family.
Y'all get mentally prepared.
I'd be a fool to turn that promotion down, wouldn't I?
I don't know.
It's your decision. It's your life.
Your promotion will transfer you to a relatively insignificant ship, but it will be your ship.
Right, because you're the captain.
I'll need a little more time to make this decision.
Would you be able to attend a little party for Lieutenant Worf at 1700 hours?
Party for Worf?
I'd be delighted. It's a surprise.
My lips are sealed.
Yeah, he won't say anything.
I didn't want to leave without saying goodbye.
I don't like goodbyes. How about until next time?
Yeah, that'll be a long time.
I'm supposed to know how everyone feels, but I can't read you right now.
Perhaps your own feelings are getting in the way.
My own feelings are beside the point.
Oh, don't neglect yourself.
Our feelings are what make us all human.
Are you feeling sad?
Yes, I am.
Oh, look at her.
So am I.
It's time for us to have a talk, so lower your shields. I'm asking you to leave, or you'll what?
Oh, whoa.
You know, it's a shame there's no Anbo Jitsu ring nearby. We could clear the air once and for all.
You're on.
This episode is doing a lot.
I thought I knew you, Kyle. Then what is this I hear about an Anbo Jitsu match with Will?
Wow, news travels fast.
Don't think of it as a fight, Kate. Think of it as more of a contest.
See, she's right about what she said earlier. You're in constant competition with your child.
Will and I have been playing Anbo Jitsu ever since he was 8 years old, and he knows how to take care of himself. He's never been able to beat me.
Okay, you know what? On second thought, Dad needs a humbling. Will, whip his butt.
Klingon Rite of Ascension Chamber.
Please give us Klingon personnel appropriate to this event.
Cute bunch.
Not cute.
I'm in no mood for trifling or games. Not today.
The anniversary of your rite of ascension.
You know about that?
Oh, everyone does at this point.
It is a secret known only to Klingons.
And certain resourceful young ensigns.
Yeah, since you know you did kind of yell in his face, and it hurt his feelings.
This is truly trying my patience, Counselor.
Well, we're here.
You're not coming in?
Of course not. Are you happy?
Happy anniversary, Worf.
Shall we begin?
Are you prepared for this?
I am ready.
All right, cool. At first I thought Wesley was overstepping, but no, this was it.
Today, I am a warrior. I travel the river of blood.
So he has to go, what, 2 by 2?
The battle is mine. I crave only the blood of the enemy.
As much as I don't like to see him in pain, I did say I want to know more about the Klingon. Dr. Pulaski, get back. I did say that I want to learn more about their culture. Stay standing.
Thank you.
Great. I know that was hard for everybody to watch, but it's the Klingon way.
Commander Riker and his father are in the gymnasium, about to engage in a barbarism of their own.
I mean, pretty much, yeah.
It's almost as if they never really grow up at all, isn't it? I hope they don't injure each other.
Oh no, someone's gonna get hurt.
Anbo Jitsu, the ultimate evolution in the martial arts.
Nice outfits, y'all. I didn't think it was gonna be this. That is crazy that they can't see. Well, looks like you got beat.
You've been practicing.
He said that he
You should have been the one to die, not her.
Oh, whoa. So that's what it is. Ah, come on, Will.
I had you. You were too young to understand. And I was too hurt to explain.
We'll explain now.
I came here thinking we could talk this out. Maybe I am no father, and you're no son. And this fight is all we have left.
Or you could have kept talking about what happened with his mother and all the things he doesn't understand.
Hachidan Karitsu, it's illegal. That's why I never won. You were cheating.
Oh, because now that he's older, he knows the rules.
It worked, didn't it? Kept you coming back for more. You were barely out of diapers when she died. You hardly knew her.
That's not the point.
I can talk to a whole room full of admirals, but I can't talk to you about how I feel.
Just try to express it.
I love you, son.
Is this the first time you've ever said that to him?
I'm glad you came.
Aw. Seems that's all that Riker needed to hear.
They suggested we reprogram the system to correct the readout variables.
Precisely what Commander Data recommended, as I recall.
And that's why we have Data on the Enterprise.
Number one.
Captain,
He's staying.
with your permission, I've decided to stay on board the Enterprise.
We accept.
Granted.
Thank you, sir.
Any particular reason for this change of heart?
This is home.
Right now, the best place for me to be is here.
We love it.
Engage.
I would definitely put this episode above episode 13. Episode 13 was enjoyable, but for me with this one, loved seeing more of the Klingon culture. While it was cool seeing Riker's dad, I will say that it was neat seeing, oh gosh, I already forgot the name of it, but the type of fight style that they were doing, that was neat to see. Now, granted, I can speak on it, but I don't have the experience personally of having that type of a relationship with a parent. What I can say from my observation is that while I'm sure it was really nice for Will to hear his dad finally say I love you to him, I don't know, it just felt to me that his dad just kept making excuse after excuse after excuse. I do like that we touched on that in Star Trek, because as somebody, and again, I'm speaking from my experience with my parents. Both my parents, let's see, I'm 32. My parents have been married 35 years. I always, had my dad in my life. We have a great relationship. I have a great relationship with both my parents. We talk on the phone daily. Whether I'm calling my mom and she has me on speakerphone and they're both in the room, or I call each of them and we chit chat. So it's, and I see them every weekend. I can't even imagine having that type of a dynamic with a parent personally. But I understand with Will, it hurts. And I will say there's a lot of lines that his dad had that got under my skin. And one of the ones had to deal with his mom having died when he was in diapers. Why are you throwing that in Will's face? And I'm just saying, Will, he's in his 30s, and that kind of stuff can follow you throughout your life, especially when you're living parent. You have that type of a relationship with them where it's kind of like they're always in competition with their own child. My heart went out to Will a lot in this episode because I can't even imagine. Now, Dr. Pulaski, that was a surprise. How many marriages was it? 3? And wow. And I get it, because you would think to yourself, what was it about this man that made you go, that's someone I would like to get to know on a more intimate level. And her explanation, I can see what she's saying. He was the only survivor, and she saw a side of him that not very many people get to see. I think that's understandable. I liked the conversation that she had with Counselor Troy, because it's like, here's Counselor Troy over here with Will and Dr. Pulaski over here with, his dad, and they had that moment between them where they were discussing men, and, I can't believe they're going to fight each other. Like, what the heck? It was nice seeing that interaction between those two. Now, with Wes, when Worf yelled at him, I was kind of taken aback. I was just like, what is possibly going on here? Because I thought that, and now that I sit here and think about it, Wesley being so excited about Will's dad, and Worf mentioning he never knew his father, and Wesley being like, yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm now making that connection where, because it was Worf's anniversary, it's like there's like bringing up his father. There's no one's going to be there for it, and nobody knows about it, and it's like whatever. And the fact that Wesley took the initiative to try and figure out what was going on, I do applaud him for that. And the fact that they were able to do that for him was really, really nice and very hard to watch. But again, learning more about Klingon culture, I'm all here for it. Thank you guys all so much for checking out this video. As you all should know by now, I appreciate every single one of you that watches my videos. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and please hit that notification bell so you guys know whenever I upload. And if you're over there supporting on the Patreon, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate all of you as well. So I will see you guys in the next video, whichever one you guys choose to watch. Bye.